right, today's lesson is on the names of scale degrees. We know the scale has 7 different notes, and usually the note at the top is repeated. So those 7 scale degrees are typically, we just say scale degree 3. And in music, they have names. So today we're going to learn those names. Realize that this little it looks like a marcato mark. It's called a caret. That little guy means scale degree. Okay, so these are actually, I'm asking for the scale degree. Notice I did ascending, and it's easier to think of it that way since visually we would be going up on the staff or up the piano. So let's start with the easiest one I think that most people know. The 1 of any key. It doesn't matter if it's major or minor. So when you're talking about a scale or a key, whatever scale or key you're naming, the tonic is that name. It's that first pitch in that scale. And I like to think in arpeggios. And from the tonic, if you go up the arpeggio, the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th, the mediant is the 3. And the 5, the 5th scale degree, is the dominant. And those are your arpeggio 1, 3, 5, or do, mi, so if you were singing solfege. Tonic, mediant, just think middle of that arpeggio. And I think those are the 3 easiest to remember. All right, now if you look at the other ones, from the high one, if I put the tonic up here again and came down from the tonic, okay, down a 5th. So notice tonic up to the 5 is dominant. Tonic down 5 is the subdominant. It's below the tonic, a 5th. So it has the same dominant, but it has the word sub because it's below the tonic, subdominant. And some people remember it's the note right below the dominant. That's not how it gets its name. It gets its name from, it's a 5th below the tonic. But it's easy to remember because it is right under that dominant. Okay, now the 2 is supertonic because it is right above the tonic. Okay, so we call that the super, that meaning above tonic. All right, and then these are the 2 that some people forget. Now the easiest one to remember, we say a lot in music, it's the 7th scale degree. The 7th scale degree is a leading tone because it leads your ear to home base, okay, particularly in major or harmonic minor. It's that half-step tendency tone that leads to the tonic. So it's called the leading tone, the 7th scale degree. Now going back to, if I consider tonic and down a 5th to the subdominant, the middle of that, okay, if you were kind of doing a backwards arpeggio, is the submediant. So tonic, mediant, dominant. From the top, tonic, submediant, subdominant. Okay, and that only leaves your supertonic and your leading tone. Now, let's put that into practice. So you have to memorize those guys. However you need to do that, just memorize those names. It applies to major and minor keys. Okay, so your key name, remember, is your tonic. Your key name is your tonic. So if you're in major or minor, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the key name is the tonic. So when I ask for one of these in a given key, that key name is tonic. So the supertonic of what? A flat, major. So A is 1. A flat is 1. I'm asking for the 2nd scale degree. Supertonic is 2. So if A is 1, B is the supertonic. Now what's in the key of A flat major? A flat major has B, E, A, and D. So that B should be a flatted B. Because if I were going to play or sing the scale of A flat major, the 2nd scale degree is actually B flat, because that's what's in the key. Okay? Dominant of C sharp minor. Dominant means 5. C is 1. So count up the alphabet. C, D, E, F, G. So 5 is G. What kind of G? Well, think in the key of C sharp minor. It's the same as E major. Should be getting better at this. E major has, forget cutting grass during. There's that G. That's got to be a G sharp. Okay, so the dominant scale degree of C sharp minor is actually G sharp. Submediant of B major. Okay, submediant means 6. If I start on B as 1, count B as 1 because that's tonic, and go up 6, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's a G again. And what is in the key of B major? F, C, G, D, and A. There's that G, it needs the sharp. And again, if it weren't listed, I would just leave it as natural. Okay? Now, subdominant of F minor. Subdominant is 4, F is 1. So if I go up from F, 4 scale degrees, F is 1, F, G, A, B, some type of B. Now I got to think, what kind of B is that? In F minor. F minor is the same thing as A flat major, which has B, E, A, and D. So that B actually needs a flat. Excellent. Y'all keep practicing. Practice makes perfect.